Hi YouTube, it's me Teresa back with another video. This video is for a subscriber of mine, Excalibur18. This is your shout out, girl. Yes, she asked me how it's like and what it's like with anesthesia and going to sleep for surgery. This is my story. This is 100% real. So don't be afraid. That is my #1 tip for you. Because the morning of, you know, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have surgery. You passed like a bajillion and one tests that Medina gave you. And this is okayed by a few doctors. I think it's like 3 different doctors that have to okay you before Medina can actually even proceed with her surgery. That's what I loved about it too. I'm like, it's not just one doctor trying to cash in that check, get that money real quick, you know? So, okay, so you passed all these tests. You're super nervous. You're wondering, you know, if you're doing the right thing, if, you know, this is something for you, if it's going to be worth it. It totally will be. If it's something that you've researched and something that, you know, you want for yourself, honey, it shouldn't matter what anybody else thinks. And don't let those, like, nerves get to you because they're going to be there. Like, I am being 100% real with you real quick. They're gonna be there. You're gonna be like 5 seconds away from jetting out the fucking door. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's just getting too much. So don't be nervous, okay? Okay, so then after that, after you get there, you sign your life away on these waiver forms. It's like a pack that's like 1/2 inch thick of just, here you go, sign, sign, sign. You leave some of your like family's information, so in case they have to reach out to somebody, you know, it's paperwork about the blood transfusions and things like that. So yes, you don't expect any copies. They don't give you any copies. What I did for myself is I took pictures on my phone to have them, you know, just in case. Like, I don't know, I just felt like weird that I get copies because here in the US, like, it's like a for sure, like if you're signing something, they're gonna give it to you so you know you signed it. But over there they don't, and it didn't bother me at the time. So, okay, so then I signed everything off. It's really early. I'm looking a hot mess. I did my whole shower thing, everything. And I'm going to this room, and they take you to a room. It's like a doctor's office, I want to say, but it's not. It's like a big room, and it has like the curtains. So like the hospital's on TV, like the special victims unit, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Dun, dun. Yeah, their show, how it has like the curtains when they do the examinations. Okay, so there's like a room for 3 people in that room. And I believe that's as many women as she works on a day. I think she works on men too, but mostly women. So I'm gonna say women because I'm a girl. And so you're in there and they have you get in your gown and put your little headpiece on to cover your hair and make sure that, you know, you don't got makeup, you don't got nail polish, you don't got acrylics, you know, just prep you for your surgery. And you're sitting there and you're waiting, and then finally, boom, Medina walks in and you're like, ah! Well, at least I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna see a celebrity for the 2nd time, aka my doctor. And she's over here and she has a serious face on, guys. And, you know, she's like listening to my concerns or whatever, but gave me like a stupid look when I was like, oh, when I finally was like, had the courage to be like, I kind of want to look like, you know, she's like, no, you won't look like any of those pictures that you show me because you look like you. I'm just like, okay, like I felt like shot down for a second. Like, what? Everybody talks about, oh, show them what you want to look like, girl. Da, da, da. Medina's realistic. Like, she'll be like, no. So whatever. That happens. Next thing you know, she hand feeds me my little blue pill, and I was like on cloud 9. I was so freaking excited. But then, I don't know, again, I felt that little worry in my heart. Like, when you wake up from a bad dream and es un pesadilla, like, muy en serio, like, oh my God, super serious dream, and it's like weighing on you. Okay, so like that. And I was like, oh my God, is this a red flag? Like, I don't know. The Wi-Fi is not working. I can't talk to my family. So it's kind of like, because I'm afraid, I think, that I kept second guessing it, and I was just like not sure, like if I wanted to go through it, but I know I want to do it. So that was for a minute, and then I like have to psych myself back into surgery mode and be like, no girl, you've been waiting for this. You deserve this. You got this. Okay, so that happens. Then a girl in her pink lipstick, my nurse, she hella cute and super sweet, comforts me again because she sees that I'm like nervous because I'm not talking. I'm just like there, like I'm just alive at that point. I don't know if it's because of the blue pill, but I was just not, I wasn't happy. I was just like, oh shit, like it's going down. It's going down right now. Okay, so getting over that feeling, she puts me in a wheelchair and she starts wheeling me to the surgery room. And I remember one of the male nurses come and like, oh, she can walk, she can walk. She goes, no, ya le di la pastilla. And he's like, oh no, entonces no. And I don't know if they knew I spoke Spanish at all, but I wasn't being responsive. Like I was just zoned out, like just doing me, right? And so they wheel me into the surgery room, and the surgery room is exactly the same as the one Medina shows in her Snapchat stories, you know, when she's giving you the before and after cheese mail right here. And okay, so I'm nervous, and they put me on the table, and I see like the layout for like the epidural y que la madre, you know, all the stuff that they be having for doctor stuff. And I'm like nervous again. I feel that heaviness in my heart, like, oh my God, should I walk away now? And they're talking back and forth. There was 2 male nurses and a female, and the guys were talking back and forth, oh, ponla aquí, whatever. So they sent me down, and then they're talking amongst each other. There was like a radio in the corner that I saw, you know, because they be getting it. They be getting it in there, I swear. They be doing their lipo like dancing. I'm sure they do. They probably don't show it in their videos, but I'm sure they do. But anyways, that's off topic. That's off topic. So I get on the table, and the table's straight. So like, picture me sitting up on a bed with my legs straight because they're straight. And they have me bend over. So one of the guys puts his arm like in front of me and like sets me over on him to lean. And my gown, you know, they have it like open in the back already. And I feel him kind of touching me, and they're talking, they're just, I don't know if they were talking about the epidural or what it was. But even when they would ask me questions, like, I wasn't responding, but I heard everything and understood everything. But I don't think I physically said anything to them, which is really sad, but that's the way it happened. And I remember him saying, okay, no te preocupes, cálmese, like, don't worry, just relax, calm down. And then he like brushes my little head right here in the back, because I had that cap thing, so it's not like my hair, so I say my head. And they start counting back from 10. And girl, I can't tell you if they finished counting back from 10 or not. I remember like 7, and that's it. I don't know what to do. I just remember 7, and I was out. And at first, like before that, okay, before passing out, what I do remember was also with that nerves, like, you can't sit me like this. Like, this is not how you do an epidural. Like, they didn't do this to me in the hospital when I had my kids, you know, because they have you sit on the edge of the bed with your feet dangling down. Like, my feet were dangling, girl. They was on the bed with me. I was surprised I could even stretch that far, you know. Sorry, TMI. But I was like, okay. And I remember in the hospital, it does hurt. Like, the needle's like this big. And they're trying to put that into your back and supposedly breathe, you know, in and out. It's going to hurt, but you can't move, because if you move, you'll hurt your spine. Like, they tell you the worst stuff here in the U.S. when they're giving you an epidural. Over there, girl, I didn't feel it because I was out. That blue pill does the magic trick. So it might take a little bit longer. And by a little bit longer, I mean like within minutes apart, I feel, that you fall asleep, because some girls fall asleep like right while they're in the wheelchair. Some fall asleep like I did during the countdown. So if they won't put the epidural in you, I asked if you're still awake. It's like after the blue pill sets in and you fall asleep, so you won't feel it. So that was pretty cool. And girls, let me tell you this. This is like, oh my God, hang on. Okay, so in this part of my surgery experience, I had started my period, right? But I was like already getting off of it. But I was like, girl, I'm still wearing a tampon anyways, because I'm like, what if these people try to rape me or some crazy shit, right? Because while you're still here in the U.S. and everybody knows you're going to get surgery, they'll hear kid giving you death stories and how shit goes down and what they're gonna do to you. Like, my dad was the worst. Dad was so mean to me. He was like, te van a violar, te van a hacer cosas, no vas a saber nada, vas a estar bien dormida, blah, blah, blah. And you know, if you're already signed up to go and have your surgery, that you have that family member in your life that gives it to you one way or another, you know? So that was my dad. And so I was like, okay, nothing happened to me. Ain't nobody take that shit out. Like, unless they be fondling my titties or something. But even then, I might have liked it. I'm just kidding. Totally joking. But, yeah. So I had a tamp in. I was good. Nothing crazy like that happened to me. Okay. And what was I going to say? And well, I feel like I'm kind of going off topic now. So whatever. I'm just going to tell you because I already started the story. But I rigged my tamp, you know? So like that little string, I had like used a Sharpie and marked it. So then I'd be like, what if they do something to me and they just put it back in, like a different one? Now we'll never know. It's the same one. So nothing happened. I know, totally off topic, but I'm telling you because it's stuff that you think about, like, oh my God, something can happen. But I did that extra little step. I can guarantee you nothing happened. So yeah. I'm gonna summarize this video again really quick. I had a good experience with Dr. Medina and her anesthesia. You know, the little blue pill. First I was like, it's not working. I'm still awake kind of vibe. And then next thing you know, the countdown and I was out. So you don't feel anything. Epidural. I know here in the States when I had an epidural, it hurt, and you're awake for it. I've asked Medina in text messaging and things like that, and that's not how she rolls. You are not awake when she does the epidural. So if you're worried about it, don't be. And aside from waking up and having like this traumatic experience, that is a negative, so that's good. Yeah, I hope I answered your question. And if you guys have any more questions of any kind, go ahead and comment down below. I do answer them, and then if you'd rather it in a form of video, let me know. I'll ask you if I can give you a little shout out. And if you choose not to, hey, that's okay. Go ahead and DM me on my Instagram. I'll see you guys later in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.